Good morning, all of you. I am Dr. Anita Kumari, Assistant Professor, Department of Arts and Humanities, RKTF University, Ranchi. Welcome to the paper on research methodology. And today's topic is Introduction to Scientific Research. Now, what are the learning objectives? In this module, or by the end of this module, you would have learned and understand the basic concepts of scientific research. Learned what are the different stages or steps involved in scientific research study, and so you have developed aptitude and appreciation for scientific research. Before we go further into the definition of research, let us first familiarize ourselves with the basic concepts related to research. The first concept, probably the concept that you hear often as a researcher, is data. Now, what is data? The information that is collected as part of a research is called data. Now, we are having data can be primary and secondary. First, primary data. The first-hand information that is collected during a research study is known as primary data. And secondary data, this refers to any information or data that has been collected and already exists. One example that we should take that of secondary data is census data. Whenever you are using certain part of the census data to give more information about the research setting or respondents that are part of your research study. Now, what are respondents? Respondents, the people from whom data is collected, are the respondents. Analysis is the last important concept that you need to know. It is process of giving meaning to the collected data is known as analysis. Now that you have learnt the basic concept of research, let us go in the definition of research. What is scientific research? A studious inquiry or examination, especially investigation or experimentation aimed at the discovery and interpretation of facts, revision of accepted theories or laws in the light of new facts, or practical application of such new or revised theories or laws. Based on the above definition, we can reason the research is the scientific activity, a planned activity that involves three tasks. Research is well-planned activity that involves collection of data. Now, collection both primary, secondary, or both in a research study. Interpretation of the collected data, and third, comparing the newly interpreted data to what is already known. We do this comparison in research. We compare the data to what is already known to do the following. First, to see whether your research study is providing support to already known information or existing knowledge. Second, that your research study findings are challenging that which already existing as theory. And third, provide new insights into the existing knowledge. This means a scientific research can be conducted on any topic as far as certain conditions are met. What are these conditions? Now we discuss about the conditions for conducting a scientific research. The research process is well planned. The first thing, that it should not be in a hazard manner. It should be stepwise step. It is in the planned, well planned. Primary, secondary data can be collected. Then the collected data can be scientifically analyzed and interpreted. And then there is a discovery of new knowledge, or one can compare the information with already available information. Now, research usually involves 9 steps, and these are: first, problem identification. First, we have to find out the problems. What are the problems that you need to have drawn attention? Second, review of available research. Then third, problem formulation, that you have an hypothesis and all that. Next, number 4, writing a research proposal. Fifth, deciding the methodology. Then sample selection and preparation of tools of data collection. Number 7, collecting the data. 8, analyzing and interpreting the data. And number 9, writing the research report. Each of these steps will be discussed in details. Now, the first, that is the problem identification. Problem identification, or clearly narrowing down the focus of research. You decide exactly on what you want to conduct a study. You first select an area of research that interests you and is an original topic. Here we can discuss on both things. The area that you are very much interested, and it should be an original topic. Then you go through available literature on the topic that you have chosen. What is the literature that you look at? You look at the research reports, journals, articles, materials from textbook, and other sources of references and website based on information to narrow down the topic to the more specific topic for your study. Then you have feasibility in terms of resources and respondents. We have ethical issues. That should be ethical issues. And originality. Originality, it means new facts, new insights, expansion of the existing knowledge. Then we are having literature review. Read as much as possible. Now, what you should read? Read scholarly articles from journals, dissertations, government or other reports available, materials from magazines, conferences and seminar papers published, books, audio, video materials, and there are so many things that you have to go for your literature review. Now, after reading, and you have to critically analyze what you have read. All things we have read, now critically analyze. You think over it, what they have written, what their research, and then you write your analysis, what you think of reading all after reading all that research papers. Now, third is problem formulation. Now, you need to clearly identify the geographical location for your study. You select any location for your study. The time period being considered. The specific sub areas of the topic selected. the demographic aspects of the population from which you will select the respondents. Fourth one is methodology. Now you have to choose the different methods or which methods you want to conduct your study. The orientation of the research, and number 2, the appropriate sample design and tools for data collection. Now fifth one is writing a research proposal. Now this is very much important. A research proposal is need to clarify the key elements of the research, develop the initial work plan, access resources, provide sufficient information for the readers to evaluate the study, get formal sanction, and get funding for the research. Sixth, sample selection and data collection. Sample selection involves determining number of respondents, choosing a sampling technique, and estimating possible sampling errors. Now, preparing the tools for data collection includes number 1, identifying the best tools for the research. Second, developing the tools, and number 3, pre-testing or piloting the tools. Next, number 7, collection of data. This step requires a great deal of time. Obviously, data can be collected, and for data you have to need, we can collect data from two methods. From the field, real world, from the field you can collect the data for the analysis, and artificial conditions that we should do in a laboratory. Now, data analysis and interpretation. Process of giving meaning to collected information is called analysis. We can analyze it. Then the data is first entered and then cleaned prior to the analysis. Number 3, analysis in a quantitative study is done with the help of statistics, whereas in a qualitative study it is done descriptively. Number 9, writing a research report. Now, after all doing these things, we have come to the last point, writing the research report. A quantitative research document differs from a qualitative research report in many ways. Now, skill required for the research. Capacity to plan and complete a project independently. Okay. Then you are having a good writing skills. How to write? You have to having a good writing skills, communication skills. Third, analytical and critical thinking. You not only criticize, but you can critical thinking, that you find the merits and demerits, the goods and bads of that what you have read. That is the critical thinking. Creative thinking. Then presentation and organization, how we can present ourselves. Next, ability to stick to deadlines. Almost you always you can make your deadlines. By this deadline you have to complete your work. That then we get the motivations of doing the work if we are having a deadlines. Okay, this is all about the introduction to scientific research. Okay, from my side, I must thank you all of you for having sharing our knowledge through this PPT. Okay, thank you all.